He is originally from Spain but moved to Taiwan. I think his story is amazing, and I love having friends in faraway places. I would love to be friends with Voice of Turkey too. As a passionate collector, I would like to ask for your generosity with these special items. Could you please send me your current QSL cards and also many of your oldest QSL cards? I am looking for historical designs from your archives. It would be the greatest treasure for my collection. I collect postal stamps with great care. If you like, you can put the postage stamps directly on the envelope, or you can put new stamps inside the envelope. I love keeping them exactly as they are. It is an optional suggestion, but I would be so happy. I have so much enthusiasm, and I am looking forward to receiving your letter. It would make me the happiest boy in the world. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your time and for your wonderful broadcast. With all my admiration and my affection, 73. The second email Eric sent to us was to report our German broadcast, which was on 18th of April, again, at 1814 UTC on 9840 kHz. This time, Simple was all 2. He again requested some vintage QSL cards and stamps. Hello, Eric. First, let me tell you something. You are 11 years old. You are listening to shortwave broadcasts in Italian and German. You are logging frequencies and simple codes, and you are writing to stations all over the world. It is simply amazing what you are doing. You also told us about your friend, Iker Izquierdo, who works at Radio Taiwan International. You said, I think his story is amazing, and I love having friends in faraway places. Well, we feel exactly the same. This is why we do this, to make friends in faraway places, and today we consider you a friend. About your very special request, we will do our best. We have already searched our archives for some vintage QSL cards, and we will also send you some stamps. Because young, curious, passionate listeners like you are the future of shortwave, and we want you to know that you are always welcome here. A big package is on its way to Avenida Navarra in Utebo. Muchas gracias, Eric. Let's move east to Hiroshima, Japan, where Mr. Hidemitsu Miyake wrote to us, and his letter was full of springtime and goodbyes and beautiful traditions. He says, Merhaba, as the rains of spring give way to warmer temperatures in Hiroshima, we are interested in finding out how have you been lately. Please accept this report of my reception of your station. I listened to your station from 1200 UTC when you came on the air until 1256 UTC on 1st of March. The frequency was 17775 kHz. It was the Chinese service. I can hardly wait for spring. Spring is late this year and it's still chilly. We had rather mild winter this year. Thank you very much for the email Miss Marve of the Japanese service sent to me. I wrote to her, I am so happy to have received your reply. How's spring in Turkey? We sometimes say goodbye to people in March. 3rd of March is Hina Matsuri. On this day, we pray for the healthy growth of our girls. It is also my graduation day. Thank you very much for the Voice of Turkey QSL cards. You really have good taste. Please send me the next QSL card. Mr. Miyake, thank you for asking how we have been. After reading your letter, we are doing even better. Congratulations on your graduation. What a wonderful milestone. All of us here at the Voice of Turkey send you our best wishes. And also, thank you for telling us about Hina Matsuri, Doll's Day. We have never heard of this beautiful tradition before, and we are glad that you shared it with us. Families praying for the healthy growth of their daughters. That's a lovely custom. I also see that you have responded to an email by the head of our Japanese service, Ms. Madve. I personally asked her to drop a few lines, and I'm happy that she did. Now, Mr. Miyake, we have something special to share with you and with all our listeners. While rummaging through our archives recently, we found a photograph of you, which was taken on 26th of November 2013. You are younger in the photograph, wearing a suit and standing beside a big plant in a pot. Finding that photograph felt like discovering a hidden treasure, which reminded us that our connection with you goes back years, and we hope it continues for many more. A fresh special card is on its way to Hiroshima, and please, in your next letter, tell us more about spring in your part of Japan. Domo arigato, Mr. Miyake. And once again, best wishes on your graduation. Now we travel to Murshidabad, West Bengal, India. Mr. Najimuddin, Director of the International DX Radio Listeners Club, has proposed to us. Dear Madam, Sir, Assalamu alaikum. I would like to submit the reception report below for your English transmission on 18th of April between 16:30 and 17:30 UTC on 11660 kHz port in Murshidabad, using one YD80 receiver and a telescopic broad antenna. Interval 44343. Should be recorded. Please tolerate the recording file. Program consisted of world news, conflicts in Africa, Palestine, selection of British songs. It is always my favorite for reliable source of knowledge and entertainment. I enjoyed your very nice songs. Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Najimuddin. Thank you for your reception report and for the recordings you attached. I listened to it carefully, and I can confirm that it was my colleague, Ahmad, reading the news. He would be very happy to know that his voice reached you in Murshidabad. I'm glad you continue to enjoy our program and the songs. It is a great deal to us that you find our broadcast a reliable source of knowledge and entertainment. Regarding our request for some material, an envelope is already on its way to Barini Kara. Shukriya, Mr. Najimuddin. Please give our warmest regards to all the members of your International DX Radio Listeners Club. Now, let us cross the English Channel to Sussex, England. Mr. David Ansell in Horsham has written to us with a reception report for 29th of March on 9750 kHz. He pulled our signal using a Yaesu F.V.G receiver coupled with a long wire antenna. Signal strength was excellent, he noted, with a SINCO of 55534. Program details include news, geoeconomics diary, station ID, and some songs. I hope this is useful, he says. Your broadcasts are useful and appreciated. Please mail me the new schedule. Hello, and thank you for your detailed reception report. A SINCO of 55534 with signal strength of 559 plus 40 decibels. That is a loud and clear signal, and we are very happy to hear it. It is always good to know when our broadcasts are reaching our listeners so well. Your Yaesu F.V.G with a long wire antenna is a classic setup, and we are glad it is still pulling in our signal so nicely after all these years. You asked us to acknowledge your report either by mail or by text to your phone number. We will send you a QR card by post to Person Avenue, and we will include our new schedule as you requested. And thank you for your kind words about our broadcasts. Knowing that they are useful and appreciated means a great deal to all of us here in Ankara. 73, Mr. Ansel. And now we return to a familiar voice from Andul Hora, West Bengal, India. Mr. Siddhartha Bhattacharjee, you write to us so often that we feel we already know you. Thank you for your report for the week of February 23rd to 28th on 9660 kHz. As usual, you report for each signal, and as always, you ask thoughtful questions. This time, you wanted to know, do you celebrate World Homeopathy Day on 10th of April in your country? How popular is homeopathy medicine in your country? Is there any government homeopathy medical colleges in Turkey? Turkey does not have an official national holiday or ceremony for World Homeopathy Day. However, similar to many other countries, the day is recognized by professional homeopathic associations, alternative medicine practitioners, and patients in Turkey. Now, I think that homeopathy and similar traditional medical systems seem to be more advanced and more deeply integrated in countries with ancient medical traditions like India and China. In those cultures, practices like Ayurveda, traditional Chinese medicine, and homeopathy have coexisted with modern medicine for generations. In Turkey, where homeopathy is available and regulated, it does not have the same historical depth as it does in your part of the world. As for government homeopathy medical colleges, Turkey does not have a standalone public homeopathy college like some other countries. However, it is taught as part of complementary medicine programs within some universities and private institutions. The Ministry of Health regulates these practitioners through certification programs. I hope that answered your question, and a QSL card is on its way to you in Andul for your lovely reception report. And finally, we travel to Japan once more today. Mr. Keisuke Nakamura in Kyoto sends his monitoring report for our English language broadcast on 13th of March on 9660 kHz. He used a Texan PL receiver to pull in our signal. He also noted down some program details, among them the news, music, the feature segment, and travelogue. Mr. Nakamura, thank you for your reception report. You noted down a SINPO of all 5, which is an excellent signal. You also mentioned that you like the voice of Turkey, and for that we are very grateful. Thank you for listening from Japan and for taking the time to write to us. The QSL card is on its way to your address, Domo Arigato, and 73. And that was the last letter for this week. We want to thank all our listeners for providing this week's moments and connections, the things that make all the static and interference worth it. Thank you for being part of this wonderful community of shortwave listeners scattered across the globe. We will be back next week with more emails and letters and more of your voices. Until then, take care and keep those dials turning. This is your host saying hoşça kalın, and may your batteries never die.